What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shaq Cook. Welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of Keeping It Real with Shaquille, where we inquire to inspire. Thank you guys for always supporting us. Thank you for consistently supporting us, man. You know, this show has been impacting lives already. We're just 3 episodes in. We've been included in devotionals. Okay, my church family's been supporting us. Shout out to Rivermont Baptist Church in Lynchburg, Virginia. Woo! Yes, I'm telling you. So thank you guys so much. Make sure as you tune in, okay, to ask questions, all right? Because at the end, my special guest and I, we'll be answering your questions. We'll have a Q&A session right at the end, okay? Make sure you guys are contacting me for my services. Keeping It Real with Shaquille, we're doing big things. Me as the owner and CEO, I'm doing motivational speaking, acting, modeling, the whole 9 yards. I have a play coming up in a few months, so I'm going to be David Ruffin from The Temptations, like I told you guys. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I'm going to let you know all about it. Okay, but enough about me. All right, we're going to get into the episode right now. And this lady, when I say that somebody is a great influence, a great godly woman, listen, guys, I'm telling you, she is awesome. She's going to talk to you guys a little bit about her services and her business. Please give a welcome, a Keeping It Real with Shaquille welcome to Miss Amy Davis. Amy, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Shaq, for having me.
Of course. How's everything been?
Everything's been going well,
That's good, that's good. Well, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just let everybody know who you are and kind of what you do and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, just like Shaq said, my name is Amy Davis, and I'm married. We have 5 children, and I own a cleaning business. It's called Top Mop Cleaning. And I've been in business for about 8 years now. So I'm very excited and happy to be here to speak with you about that tonight, Shaq.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. So Top Mop Cleaning Service. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, you know, the name has a ring to it. But what made you go into cleaning? You know, there are so many different avenues that you can do with business. Food, you know, cleaning is one, but, you know, then like starting your own jet company.
Okay.
You know, so what got you into cleaning services?
Okay, well, actually, about 8 years ago, I was working for a local cleaning company. And I had been working for them for about 3 years. Okay. And I was miserable. I was depressed. I was not happy. And a little while after that, my mother died. And she was my very best friend. The place that she worked at, she had been at for over 35 years. And so when she died, she was just miserable and unhappy. So I said to myself, you know, it's time. It's time to go. So March 5th, 2010, I started my first house, cleaning my first set of houses. And it kind of just took off from there. And here we are, 8 years later. Wow.
And it's been 8 years consistently, like nonstop.
8 years consistently. Wow. I've been cleaning houses. I have a partner. He's great. He helps me almost every day. But mostly it's just me.
Wow.
It's just me. And my husband, he helps out in the evenings with our daycare that we clean and our furniture shop that we clean. But other than that, it's just me cleaning for 8 years.
Oh, my gosh. And, guys, listen, 8 years consistently, nonstop, that is very difficult because, you know, a lot of times with business, and a lot of businessmen have told me this, that the first year of business is kind of make or break.
Right.
You know, so I mean, what were some of the preconsumptions or some of the guesses that you may have had prior to going into this business?
Well, actually, I just stepped out on faith. I was a little worried. What if no one calls? What if I don't clean houses? How am I going to help my husband support us? But by the grace of God, one call came, and then another call came, and then somebody told somebody, and somebody told somebody, and here I am, and it was just wonderful. I just couldn't believe it because out of 8 years, I haven't had a bad year. Wow. I mean, I'm not some big cleaning company. I don't have a lot of customers, but by the grace of God, I have been able to help my husband support my children, our children, for the last 8 years. So wow. Glory be to God.
Yes, absolutely. So, you know, and you say glory be to God. Just kind of explain like the role and how important it is to keep your faith and especially in business, you know.
Well, you have to keep your faith. You have to have faith because even though I've had some good years financially, it's still other things, emotionally, mentally. It's been draining. It's hard to get up every morning and go to this house and this house. Then you have to come home and clean this house, and then you have to try to go to your children's activities. And so I've had to have God leading the way in order to get through all of that, plus a wonderful husband. So
yeah, absolutely. So guys, it is February and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So yes. For those of you who are single, listen to what she said. She has a wonderful husband who supports her.
Yes.
And that is huge, especially when you have a family of 5, you said.
Yes.
Okay.
A family of 5, and I went back to school about 7 years ago, I guess, about a year after I started my cleaning business. And so my husband had to step in and, do the dinners at night and things like that while I did my homework. And so God and my husband, I've been able to obtain a bachelor's degree, a master's. I'm working on my second master's, and it's only because of God. Nothing else. And I mean, it's nothing else that I can say that, the reason why I'm here and I'm doing it is God. I mean, you have to have a prayer for life. You have to pray. Yeah. You have to pray. You have to have that open relationship with God, and that's where we are.
Yeah, wow, and it's 8 years consistently, and so you talk about faith and you talk about business, and we talk about how important it is to have your faith in your business and all that you're doing. So your role on a day-to-day basis, kind of talk about the operations on what you do.
Okay, well, we go into people's homes or businesses, and we basically clean top to bottom. We clean top to bottom, left to right. We work our way out the door we came in.
Wow.
And we're consistent. We have to be consistent. You don't go in and a house tomorrow and skip a bedroom. Every time you do everything in a step. Everything is step by step. So you're consistent. So you do the good job every single time you go to that customer's house.
Yes.
And so that's what I believe in. It's just being consistent.
Yes. And so it's consistency. You said just from top to bottom. You don't skip a beat. You don't skip a room. How does that help your business grow over the years, just being consistent?
Because people know who I am. Right. If people want references, I don't have to call and say, hey, somebody going to call you. I just give them about 6 or 7 people, and I already know what they're going to say. They're going to say I'm consistent. They're going to say that, we've never had a problem with theft. We've never had a problem with her saying that she's not going to come. I'm consistent. I don't call in. I go to work every day.
Every single day.
Every single day.
Yes.
And so that's what you have to do, And so through that, you also have to give back. And so that's what I want to do. That's why I'm here also tonight, is to talk about how I want to give back to the community, Shaq.
Wow. Okay, so we talked about her business, and this is something that you're passionate about. And so this is probably the first time I've heard somebody say they're passionate about cleaning. So kind of talk about how you became passionate about cleaning, because I hate washing dishes. All right, I'm sorry. Okay. I hate washing dishes. I love vacuuming, but when you talk about detail cleaning, you might not want to hire me on your team.
Okay.
But so what made you passionate about cleaning?
Okay, what made me passionate about it at a convenience store, and I had to run the whole store by myself, and I had to schedule method to what I was doing, and I realized, hey, I'm kind of good at organizing and cleaning, and my supervisor would come in on Saturdays and be like, wow, I can't believe it. It was a Friday night. Look at the store. Yeah. And so I knew, I can do this. And so when I started at a local cleaning company, I had a team captain or a team leader, I guess you could say. But I was also a team leader and a team captain. I was like, and not getting paid for it. I was doing her job, my job, and I was like, hey, I can do this on my own. And so I just realized my strengths, and I just went for it.
Wow. So that's very important, guys, for those of you who are watching, because we talk a lot on this show about careers and finding your passions. And as you heard Amy, she just started off in a store, and then she realized that she was very good at organizing, and then from one thing to another, realized her strengths as being a team leader, and to now having her own business. So guys, remember, no matter what you're doing right now, there's purpose in everything that you're doing.
Yes, it is.
There's absolute purpose in all that you're doing. And no matter what, even though, times will suck. My assistant producer told me to embrace the suck. Embrace the suck.
Yes.
And so, in those difficult times, always remember there's something there.
something to get out of those difficult times.
Yeah.
And also remember that God uses imperfect people to put forth his perfect will. So it doesn't matter about your past or how horrible people thought you used to be or whatever. You can go out there and you can contribute to society and do God's work. And so that's what I feel like I'm doing, because next to godliness is cleanliness, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we need to be
absolutely.
So we need to be clean, and so I'm just real particular about my cleaning service, and I take pride in it. And so again, I'm ready to use it to give back.
Okay. So now, what kind of started this or stirred this up in you to? Okay, well, I've been consistent for 8 years. The business has been very great and successful, but now I want to give back. Like what kind of stirred that up in you to want to give back through your cleaning service?
Well, every year I've been trying to do what I believe is my purpose, which is to help people. So I started out 2 years ago giving back for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Getting together meals and boxes for people. On my own, through my church and also on my own. And so I said, God, what can I do this year that was more than that? And he just put into my head, hey, Amy, you can clean, people's houses for free, the sick and shut in. You can start with your church, and then you can go and outreach to the other churches in the community.
Wow.
And so that's what I want to do. I just want to give back. I just want to show that I'm humble and grateful for what God has done for me and my family.
Wow, so just using your passion, your business, your gift, your talent to give back to the community. So guys, listen, that is very inspirational, because a lot of times, and I will say this, you have some people who are very successful with what they do, but fail to give back. And you're hearing from somebody who has a successful business, and is giving back what she's passionate about to help somebody else, the church, the sick and the shut-in, pretty much those who need it,
who need it,
or who can't help themselves. Wow. So what type of impact do you expect for people to gain from this?
Just to have a sense of relief to know that someone is coming in their home that's licensed, that's insured, that it's not going to steal from them, but it's going to take care of their house the way they want to but can't.
Wow. That is beautiful. Honestly, I think I have to call you for some service.
All right, I'm a phone call away
after the show, And guys, listen, I'm telling you, and as you listen to Amy talk about her business and her story, I want you guys to think about those things that you're passionate about and find ways to give back. This is why we do this show. This is why we do Keeping It Real with Shaquille, because I want to give back to people in ways that I'm passionate about. Now, me cleaning somebody else's house, I'm not going to enjoy that much,
right.
Because I have a hard time cleaning my own house. So,
right.
But inspiring people, writing messages and, sharing God's love, that's what I enjoy doing. And so that's exactly how you guys got Keeping It Real with Shaquille. But listen, what Amy is saying is nothing far from the truth. Finding ways to give back through what you're passionate about, because what better way to live life than to serve fellow man? Wow. And so that is tremendous. And so, honestly, I know that you talked about honesty and making sure that, when you go in somebody's house, they can trust you, because they're not going to find something that's misplaced. And I think that a lot of times we kind of sell ourselves short because we fail to realize how important it is to be consistent. So just talk about it. I know you mentioned it before, but the importance of integrity, the importance of honesty, that when you have somebody in your house, this is your house, and they have somebody in there who's licensed, who they trust, is going to go in and do the job, and nothing is going to show up missing. So, kind of talk about, what it means to be trusted and to have integrity in business.
Well, you have to have integrity, because like I said before, if you move on and you want that reference, you have to know that they're gonna say nothing but good things about you. Pastor mentioned it in Bible study yesterday. He said if someone comes up to him and tries to say something about his beautiful wife, he's already gonna know, that don't sound right, because he knows who she is, and vice versa. So people have to know who you are and know they can trust you. And so the benefit of that is, like I said, when you want to move on to somewhere else, they can say good things about you. And so that's the impact. That's why it's so important to have integrity. And so when you go into people's houses and they know they can trust you, then that makes them feel better. That makes it like they don't have to have a sense of fear with people being in the house cleaning.
Right.
Because they know who you are.
Yeah. And guys, and listen, I'm learning a lot just by listening to Amy. I'm sitting right beside her. I swear I'm learning a lot. It's when you're in somebody's house, you're in somebody's personal life. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're going to see things that you cannot tell other people about, which is which brings up confidentiality.
Right.
And so just the importance of confidentiality. I'm pretty sure you clean people's houses and, mm-hmm. you see things that they don't want you to share.
Right. For instance, I may see someone's bank statement, it's important that if I see it, not to sit there and read it, I move it out the way. I know it's a bank statement,
right.
But you move it out the way. Just like with my helpmate who comes in, who helps me, he knows, if he sees something that is personal, he knows, Amy, I saw this, I put it right here. Maybe he found $100 bill.
Right.
He knows to come to me, and what we'll do, we'll set it on the counter. I'll leave a note and send a text.
Wow.
This was found.
Wow.
I'm not just going to leave it where I found it. If it was under a cushion, or I'm going to actually leave it on the counter so they can know, hey, I saw this, and it's right here.
Wow.
So, it's important to have certain steps that you go through in your business that allows you to be able to have a relationship with the customer that's trustworthy, and they just know if they come home and they don't see their ring, they're not going to automatically call you. They're going to look for it first, So that's the type of relationship that I have built with hopefully all of my customers.
Wow. Now, and I have to ask this because that is tremendous. That is awesome. I mean, if she found a $100 bill, put it on the counter, and leave a note. And that's just like if you find it in the couch, if you're cleaning the couch or something, and they don't know that it's there. Mm-hmm. And if somebody was to take it, they would never know. Mm-hmm. But what you do, you put it in the open, you leave a note for them, and that is beyond phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And I honestly applaud you for that. So now, integrity and character, this is what's in your business, and I know it's in your personal life. So how is your business and the morals and the character that you follow and the guidelines that you create for your business, how does that help you with your relationships in life? Because those are some tremendous things.
Well, again, I will go back to being consistent. Mm-hmm. You have to be consistent in your business, just like you have to be consistent with your relationships in life.
Yes.
You have to be a consistent person in whatever you do. You have to be a consistent sister, a consistent daughter, a consistent friend, a consistent churchgoer.
Yeah.
A consistent, if you're in the church and working, you have to be consistent. If you're on the usher board, you have to show up for the usher board meetings.
Yeah.
If if you're involved in church, you have to show up for these activities. You have to be consistent. And so consistency will allow doors to open for you that you never thought could open.
Wow.
God has really opened up doors that I never thought that I could have a cleaning business. Like I said, it's not big. I'm not making millions of dollars, but it helps support my family. And I never thought I would be doing this 8 years. I never thought it would just grow. I never thought it would happen. And so I just want to encourage you to let your faith be bigger than your fear. So when God does open that door, you won't be afraid to walk through it.
Wow.
So that's what my encouragement for tonight is. It's just, let your faith be bigger than your fears.
Wow, let your faith be bigger than your fears. Wow, that is... I was getting ready to ask you, if you had one thing to say to inspire the crowd, what would it be? And you just said it. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. So, guys, this is just beyond phenomenal, just listening and hearing what Amy has to say. And we thank you guys for tuning in. And we're going to take this time to ask a few questions. And so I'm going to take a look here and just scroll on down. So let's see here. So a shout out to our pastor, Byron J. Elliott. He says, the service is excellent and affordable. Consistency is key. And so Shayna Bank, my fiance and executive producer of the show, she couldn't make it tonight. So a shout out to her. I miss her. But a special shout out to Chuck, our assistant producer, who stepped in exactly when we needed him to. So my lovely fiance and better half says this, Amy, what are your majors, and what do you plan to do with them?
Well, I have a bachelor's in business management. Of course, I have a business. Then I have a master's in marriage and family counseling. And then right now, I'm trying to obtain a master's. I go to the Liberty School of Divinity. So my master's will be in Christian apologetics, which is basically defending my Christian belief, defending God, defending what I believe in. So that's what I'm trying to get a master's in now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm cleaning right now, Shauna Bain, and I'm not really sure where God is going to lead me. I really want to do something with the marriage and family counseling, and incorporate that with the Christian apologetics degree some kind of way. So I'm not really sure, but I hope that answers your question.
Shannon, thank you so much for asking the question. Thank you. And so, let's see here. So let's go on down. And so my lovely sister-in-law says this, Miss Shamika, she says, Amy, what advice would you give someone who is thinking to start a business, pro or con?
I would say just know what you're getting into. I would take a business course. Usually where you live at is a local business center where you can go and take a course, how to do your taxes, how to, whether you want to be a sole proprietor or LLC, those type of things. So I would recommend taking a course and to see, seeing what your avenues may be. The cons of starting a business, just know that it may fail and it's okay, so that's what I would say. Yeah,
but as you mentioned, your inspiration quote, let your faith be bigger than your fear. So if you're thinking about it, go ahead and do it.
Step out and do it. Exactly. You never know what could happen. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah. At least you tried.
Yes, and that's how you got Keepin' Real with Shaquille. It was just, I started off, in my bedroom.
Right.
And, I actually had guests in my bedroom. Right. And then now we have our own studio and we could take it anywhere on the road.
Right.
And so we're actually on the road tonight. Amy opened up her home to us. So make sure you guys thank her for it. Because if it wasn't for her, we would not be here. So thank her for it. And so let's see here. So we're going to continue on with the questions. Janice Benjamin says, have any room for more clients?
Yes, I sure do.
And
yes.
So we have your business card here. And so guys, if you want to get in contact with her, I'm gonna flash this business card right here. I know that you can barely see it, but if somebody wants your service or wants to connect with you, how can they go about
Top Mop Cleaning Service, phone number 434-851-7634 or 434-239-6818. And email address is amyd32@wildblue.net. So I can be reached any of those ways. Also through my Facebook Messenger, through Amy Davis. So yes, and I am accepting clients right now. So the doors are always open.
All right, guys, the doors are always open. Akira, she tuned in and she says, where else do you see Top Mop going in the future?
Well, again, Akira, I'm not really sure. Right now, I'm comfortable the level I'm at right now. I'm not really sure what doors the Lord will open up. I could see myself maybe branching out a little bit and letting someone else clean and going into something else maybe one day. It's just that I'm very particular and detailed, and I'm afraid. Right now, I'm a little nervous and a little afraid to kind of hand it off to somebody. I know I say step out on faith, but I'm working on that. Pray for me, y'all, because I'm a little nervous about letting someone else take over. But maybe one day I can do that.
Absolutely. Okay. And so, lovely Pastor Byron J. Elliott, he says, does giving back to others have an impact on your business and also your personal journey?
Yes, I think it does, because the more I notice, the more I give back, the more doors open, the more the phone rings. And I think that's what we're supposed to do. That's what Jesus did. He went around and helped people. That's what he did. He was a helper. And so that's why I really believe that I was born, really physically born. My purpose is to help people. Wow. That's what I really believe I'm here for on this earth, is to help people. And so I accept it. I'm available. I'm open. And I just say, God, use me.
Yes, I'm going to take that mentality to work tomorrow. And also, I mean, everywhere that we go, always find ways to give back, to help others. That's what we're here for. And last question of the night from Miss Kimberly Blair. She says, how do you balance family, life, and career?
Wow, Kim. Again, I pray a whole lot. I pray a whole lot. And again, my husband is so wonderful. If it was not for him, I couldn't do what I do. If it's, he cooks dinner. He'll come home and make sure the clothes are in the dryer, or it's just the little things that he does. So I balance it through my faith and through my family.
Wow. Faith and family, and that is very important. And I'm actually getting ready to be a family man myself, and so just listening to what your husband does, that's some nuggets that I need to take on as well. Because listen here, we're here to help one another, but especially being married, and I'm getting ready to find it out for myself. Picking up where something is slacking off. That's a perfect way to be a partner, a team member,
50-50.
50-50, and it's a team. It's a team.
Right.
It's teamship.
And that way, she's not so tired, and you're not so tired, and both of you all are helping each other.
Absolutely.
Grow.
Well, Amy, thank you so much, and we actually have a gift for you right here. We have a card that we want to give to you, and so guys, this is from probably can't see it, but to Amy from the Keepin Real with Shaquille crew. So we want to give you this.
Thank you, Shaq.
As a token of appreciation.
Thank you so much.
And being that you're our first guest for season 2, we framed your flyers.
It's fabulous, y'all. It's fabulous.
We hooked her up. Okay, so everybody who's a guest on the show will get hooked up, and so we want to show some appreciation. So this is for you from the Keepin Real with Shaquille family.
Thank you,
and
Shaq.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, make sure that you contact her about her services. And this thing is awesome. I need to get one myself. Actually, I don't think that she didn't know. I didn't tell Amy yet, but I actually have a copy, and I'm going to get her to autograph it so I can hang it up. And I have a frame for me so I can hang it up in my house because, listen, you have to value these moments. Last week I talked about investment. And how important it is to invest your time and your energy, and how much that makes a difference. And you invested in us, in this, in this crew, in this show, in this vision. And so we wanted to give some appreciation. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for episode 3 of season 2 of Keepin Real with Shaquille. Make sure that you thank Amy for coming on board. I mean, she's done a phenomenal job. And make sure that you guys contact her about her services and also how she's going to be giving back to the community with Top Mop Cleaning Service. So, guys, thank you so much. And we will see you next week. We have a Valentine's Day special next week. Deshana and I, we're going to do something titled Love is in the Air. All right? So make sure you guys tune in next week. But thank Amy. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Shaq.
Thank you. We love you. And we will see you next week on Keepin Real with Shaquille, where we inquire to inspire. Have a great weekend.